Hello, hello. Hello, Monday Night Live family. I see Arbor Cooper. I see Tina Tanner. Hello, Miss Bailey. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I don't know why I'm singing tonight. I think because I'm so excited about tonight's sessions, tonight's Monday Night Live grouping. Hello, hi. Thank you for coming. We are waiting. We're hoping that we get to interrupt folks before they leave out of town and before they start cooking. And so we're just going to give it a minute more to see who's coming in the building. We're going to see. All right. They're still coming. Miss Fulgram, Miss Royetta is here. This is good. Hello. Hi, Miss Royetta. How are you? Good to see you. Very good to see you. We just give it a minute more. We see some folks coming in. Again, we were trying to make sure that we interrupt everybody's right, catch everybody before they go start cooking, before they start traveling. We want to check in with everyone. And just doing special holiday edition of Monday Night Live. And we are recording for those who have already begun to travel. Oh, happy birthday to you too. Oh no. Oh, convention weekend. Yes, keep that up. Hello, everyone. All right, we're going to get started because I have exciting guests with me tonight. All righty. So hello, everyone, to all those who are here and all those who are watching. Welcome to Monday Night Live. We're back. Yes, this is our place where we come together in communal effort to go ahead and talk about the D-Free Academy, the D-Free curriculum, all things D-Free. Tonight we have a very special session. We're calling it our holiday session. We want to talk about some holiday hacks and how not to get in trouble during the holiday. We know Black Friday is right around the corner. And so we want to make sure we stay in the black this Friday. And so before we get started, we just want to go over a few housekeeping tips, and they are as follows. Please keep your microphones muted in order to minimize distractions and to reduce the amount of microphone feedback. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to join the conversation. This is an intimate session tonight. And so if you want to join us in conversation, especially after you see who our special guests are, you'll probably want to go ahead and join in. And so feel free to do that. Also, we're recording this session and you can find it at www.dfreefoundation.org. There's a carousel that kind of goes across. You just click on the carousel and you can get the rewatch. So we want to welcome all of you to that as well. The chat is always open. Feel free to type anything you'd like in the chat in terms of a question. If you have a question during the session, we're going to do our best to address all of the questions. But the chat is also open for links. So our team is working in the background. They'll be dropping links all night. So we want to make sure you have our links. And so you want to check the chat for that. Also, the chat is open for us to converse with each other. So if you have something you want to shout out or say, please feel free to do that in the chat. We also, those of you who are just joining us, please let us know where you're from. So make sure you put that in the chat as well. And if you'd like to share your thoughts at any time during the conversation, you can unmute yourself. Hopefully you'll be recognized, but if not, feel free to use the raised hand feature. We've added this to our program on Monday nights so that we can see you and so that you can be added to the conversation. Again, we talk about all things D-Free. And so we just want to mention to you that we do have our D-Free Online Academy. You can register at the Academy at mydfree.org. The Academy has been amazing. It's a wonderful place to learn the 12 steps to financial freedom. There are many ways to do that. You can do that by, the 90-day program. You can do it by the 60-day program. You can take 12 weeks. You can do 6 weeks. There's so many ways to learn the Academy. We want to make sure that you know that it exists. There's some specialized courses in there. And coming in 2022, we're going to have master classes. It's just a great place to land to learn more about D-Free and to learn more about the curriculum. Many of you participated in last week's session and the week before, and so we're going to talk about that really quick. But we also want to let you know that it's also a place for our leaders course. So you want to go ahead and log in so that you can be a part of our leaders course as well. Our leaders course is a 3-part course that you can complete in under 3 hours, and it will certify you to be able to train other folks on D-Free. So if you want to share D-Free with your organization, if you want to share D-Free with your church, your family, or any other person, or even your community, you want to make sure that you go through leaders training. And so that's available to you also on the D-Free Academy. We also want to share our $1 billion challenge. Our $1 billion challenge is really moving and shaking. I'm excited about it because in this time of economic downturn and folks are facing financial challenges, our savings are going up and people's debt is getting paid down. And so we're excited about that. And so if you want to be a part of our $1 billion challenge, you can register at billiondollarpaydown.com, billiondollarpaydown.com. That link will also be found in the chat. That is our confidential site. That is a place for you to be able to track your payments to your bills. These are bills that you're paying anyway. So if you're paying them anyway, you might as well get credit for it. It's a place where my church, my organization, your organization, my community, your community, all communities can come together and we can watch $1 billion worth of debt being paid down in the Black and brown community. And so far, we are reaching that goal. To date, we have paid off $34,390,077, and that is hot off the presses. So congratulations to you, and you. We are slowly climbing toward that $35 million mark. So I just want to encourage everyone to be a part of the $1 billion challenge. And hopefully you were able to join us this weekend. What an amazing weekend we had. We had FinFest. FinFest is our acronym for Financial Festival. It was amazing from start to finish. This was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with celebrity appearances, with financial testimonies. There was immediate financial assistance. There were musical performances. There was comedy. There were financial professionals there. We had some of these artists that appeared. If you were at FinFest, can you put that in the chat and let us know you were with us this weekend? And if you didn't make FinFest, you can rewatch it at www.dfreefoundation.org. So who was at FinFest? I want to see some FinFest testimonies. All right, I see the chat moving. So we want to make sure. All right, FinFest was amazing. All right, but yes, I'm so glad you guys were able to attend. I'm definitely going to pause so that we can hear back from you about what you thought about FinFest. Yes. Oh, okay, Arba, excellent. You showing them to your husband. So we're going to pause right now just to kind of get some feedback on FinFest. Either one of you ladies want to unmute and share with us your thoughts on FinFest, what you experienced? Let's see. Maybe we can get Tina Tanner. Oh, who's on? Miss Tina, you going to share? Oh, hold on. What about Arba?
Arba will share. It was amazing. I mean, truly amazing. It was, what do you say? You under promise and over deliver. Mm-hmm. That's what FinFest was. I just loved all of the variety of information, the difference between the different types of testimonials, the different guests that were on there, the perspectives that they all gave, and then the just the transparency that the well-known people like CeCe Winans, Master P, the transparency they had with Dr. Soaries, then introducing their songs just had a whole different meaning. When I did the replay of CeCe Winans' Believe for it, my husband was doing a praise dance. And what topped it off, which made this so different, is the fact that there was the break off time to go and actually meet with the people that were some of the different speakers. And I made some connections.
Excellent. That's what it was all about. Networking, yes. Immediate help, immediate connections. And I'm so glad that you shared such a very wide, transparent view of what FinFest was. You nailed it. That is exactly what it was. It was all that and more. And so to all of you that were not able to watch it, enjoy the rewatch. It's just chock full of information. I'm thanking you so much. You got me all teary-eyed now because it was so rich. It was just rich on so many levels. And a lot of times when you work really hard to produce an event of that magnitude, you want to make sure it does what you intend for it to do. And so we're grateful that you shared that tonight. And so I hope that everybody will be able to go ahead and rewatch FinFest. It's a nice thing to watch over the Thanksgiving holiday. You're gonna be watching all those Christmas movies and things like that. Why not feed your family some good food, some rich food that'll help generations and leave generational legacy? Oh man, thank you so much, ARPA. Appreciate it. So yes, FinFest, you can find that rewatch at dfreefoundation.org. And tonight, family reunion time. We are so excited. They have been patiently waiting. We have with us Tamika N. Stembridge, Esquire, and Janiyah L. Lake. You asked for it, you got it. We want to welcome them back. I'm excited to have them with us tonight. And we are going to talk about some holiday things. And so this is our holiday edition. So I want to invite them on camera now. Janiyah Lake and Tamika Stembridge joining the party. Hello, hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
In time.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. There's my girl. I was waiting on Janae. I love all y'all, but I was waiting on Janae. I said it ain't gonna be a party if Janae don't join.
I was like, we have our regulars. Hi, Miss Royetta and
Yes,
Joyce.
I recognize all the names. I feel like I'm on what's that show that used to come on? I'm gonna date myself. Romper Room, and they're like, I see Margie and John and Jeff.
I was thinking the same thing. The Magic Garden.
Yep. Hi,
How is
guys.
everybody? How is everybody?
Yeah, well, they're in the chat. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Everyone say yes. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Great to see you too. We got that. Yes, indeed. Janae is down there coming in, the co-host in the chat. Hey, Janae. Okay, so we want to get started. Yes, hello. Okay, hello. Hey, Dr. Morton. Hello. Good to see you.
Joyce.
This is gonna be fun. This is one of my favorite topics.
Wait.
Hey.
I'm coming off my convention. The last session is going on in about 3 minutes, but I am with you guys now. So I'm going to have to get a report from my chapter. But I know I was looking forward. Tamika has some great stuff for us, I know, because she sent it to us last year and I was just going to look for it, but I don't have to because I can hear from Tamika now.
Yes, I hope so. I hope I got some new stuff too. And Janiyah, I think she has a couple lists for us and tips and tools.
Yeah.
So Shonda, where are we starting?
I just want to check really quick and make sure, Ms. Dr. Patterson, hi, how are you? Did you want to join the conversation tonight or you waving hello? I wasn't sure. I saw you.
Waving hello.
Okay, good to see you. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss you. Yes, where did we start? Oh, we're excited tonight. So this is our holiday edition, and there's so many things. We brought these two experts in because holidays, they catch all of us. I know they've been catching me. I've been catching all these circulars, and I don't know, my fingers start itching and getting tickly, and I want to start hitting Amazon, and I want to buy so many things for my kids, and I want to do all of this. I want to make this grandiose dinner, and I have no self-control. And so I brought these two young ladies in to level set me. So this is a selfish time. So I just wanted to talk to both Tamika and to Janiyah. First of all, I know Tamika is all things hacks, holiday hacks. How do we save money? How do we protect ourselves? How do we make sure we don't fall into financial traps? And then of course I got to lean on Janiyah for her banking background because I want to make sure my credit is not impacted by all of these things. So I'm going to let these two do what they do so that I can get level set and so that we all can benefit from this conversation. Hi, ladies.
Hey. Congrats, Arba. I did see that you guys just won the $1 billion challenge. I was going to say, before we launch in, Tamika, let us know in the chat, what is one of the hardest things or one is the things that you struggle with holiday spending, if you struggle with holiday spending. So let's start there. If you have something that you're like, you know what, I blow my budget every year. I set a plan and then I don't know how to say no. Like my kids ask for things that blow my budget. Let us know what are the things. I'll tell you one of the things that I had to stop as everybody's kind of putting stuff in the chat that used to mess me up every year.
What is it?
So our family's huge now, right? I actually am planning a family reunion next year and just counted, we have 55 downlines for my grandmother. So there's 7 kids, there's 55 people with 5 babies. So really 60 this is, I don't know why I signed up to plan this, but anyways, we would go when we decided one year to just do drawings for the kids because the budgets were just the families getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we were just like, we're just going to get the kids gifts. We're not going to go ahead and get all the adults gifts. But then, you know, somebody always breaks the rule and buys all the adult stuff. Then I would have all this guilt spending. I didn't want to show up and receive gifts from people. So then I was buying the people that were breaking the rules gifts because I didn't want to, I was feeling bad. Blew my budget every year because I budgeted for the kids. Girl, I just stopped going to the whole family thing.
That, you know what's funny? So when we were prepping for this, I told you guys, I just made one of my little personal lists of holiday tips. And the first tip is always set a budget. Because I think that was like earth shattering for most people. Like, what you mean set a budget? Set a budget. How much can you afford to spend for a holiday? And if it's $500, if it's $1,000, if it's $1,500, heck, if it's $100, whatever that number is, that is your number. And the second part of it, Janiyah, and this goes to your point, is make a list and check it 3 times. Because we, like you know, we don't have 50 downlines, but I have a bunch of nieces and nephews now. I have cousins, I have sets of grandparents, I have aunts, uncles. And where does it draw the line? All of our families are huge. We, you know, you could do work. I mean, there's always lists of things to buy and things to do. And so I'm a fan of just writing down the people that I genuinely care about. And sometimes you have to start with like that potential list, like what's the whole universe that I could possibly buy for? And then pick who you really love and really like. Do you really need to participate in every Pollyanna gift thing? You know, picking and choosing what makes the most sense and figuring out what can fit within your budget. That is always the thing for me. Because Janiyah, I was like you, I enjoy wrapping gifts. And so what happens is I end up buying things just to wrap them because I like to see what the gifts look like wrapped. So that was a habit at one time, like, oh, I'll buy all my friends little journals. So I just have more things to, child, stopped it, nipped it in the butt, especially now that I have a child. And even for him, I'm cutting his list because I throw away toys once a month with this kid. So yeah.
Yeah, that was my struggle. I had to get a grip on it.
I found
Janae, you stole my number 3. That's a good one. Christmas cards. They are cheap. Stamps are cheap. And you can have a whole Christmas celebration or holiday celebration just filling out the card. So that's actually what I did last year, was I did our family photo and just bought a bunch of stamps and literally sat and drank my hot cocoa and watched Christmas movies and filled out holiday cards. And I felt just as good, you know, sending them as I did if I was buying gifts, and it was way cheaper. Way cheaper. Okay, I'm done for now. I got a couple more, but that was good. That was it.
I was just gonna say about the children and lowering their gifts. I remember my children more enjoyed the boxes more than they did the gifts at that age. So that was good. That was good. Now, Janiyah, you posed a really good question. I want to see if anybody responded in the chat. What are the struggles? Because I hear us up here confessing, but I want to see if anybody else. One of the hardest struggles. Let's see.
Or if you have a tip yourself, what keeps you under control during the holiday?
Okay, Joyce Argo had one. Have you had Dunkin' Donuts medium holiday blend coffee for $2? That's what you and your coffee habits. She wants to know.
It is, but I'm drinking decaf these days because health and age and all of those things. And so they don't come in, fancy coffee don't come in decaf. So it has cut my coffee budget a lot, which is good.
Okay, Miss Aldridge said gift. I'm not sure which question she was responding to. Miss Aldridge, you want to come along on the mic for us?
Ooh, Elaine hit it on the head. Sitting in the recliner, just clicking and shopping. It's so easy now. You can just do it right from your phone and you can click and things show up, and you can even have it wrapped already and you don't have to. Yep, Red, that was one on my, see, y'all know all these holiday hacks.
The click and the shopping, I think, is the one of the big ones. I think one of the big ones. We could almost pause and talk there for just a second, just online shopping. And how that can blow our budget so easy.
Because it is easy. And if you don't know your budget and you don't know the people you're buying for, you just see the things on sale and you're like, oh, I think this would be nice for so-and-so. Or, oh, so I have a big confession. So around holiday time, I also realized I get a lot of gifts for myself because things are on sale. And so not out of I deserve, but just like if I know I'm gonna end up getting it anyway, then I might as well get it while it's on sale. So I've had to cut that. Let me see.
So I was gonna say, we're getting ready to enter into what, Black Friday,
Mm-hmm.
Cyber Monday,
Small
I
Business
see.
Saturday.
Small Business Saturday. I also seen that there is I think it's Black Shopping Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Buy Black mixed with Black Friday.
Yeah.
And I also read a statistic that said a lot of stores now are spreading Black Friday season. So it'll be like November and December instead of just the one thing, because they're making more money.
Yeah.
They're actually making more than what they did on just that Black Friday. So it's more lucrative if they spread to Black Friday season. So we've seen Black Friday be a week long. I've seen some people, I think it's Target, Target is me and Tamika's
Target
down.
started a month ago.
Target has Black Friday season. I think it was Target that actually had the stat that they had a better holiday season by making Black Friday a season. So how are we doing? Because are folks falling prey to the stuff that's on sale or the deals? Because I'm also like, for me, that's one of my downfalls is when something's on sale. If you tell me it's on sale, I have to have personal talks with myself about it, because I will convince myself it's a bargain and a deal that I have to get it.
One of the things that's helped me is really making a list of the things that I truly want, whether it's for myself or for the list that I'm buying for. So if there's like a top 5 set of items that I know that I want coming into this season, I just put that on my list and try to find it for as cheap as possible during this season, so that one, I'm not necessarily denying myself of it, but I've already budgeted. I already know I'm gonna pay for it at some point anyway. And it's like, why not get it for the cheapest price? But then to your point, I honestly just went back through my emails today and unsubscribed from all the places that I've bought from, because they're now emailing multiple times a day. Like, it's not just the one day. It's like Target's like, oh, remember that thing you looked at 6 months ago? It's on sale. And I'm like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. So I'm definitely with you. The online shopping is really hard. And 2, I forget who just said it. I'm sorry, mix up your name. I'm going back through the comments. Can you guys hear me better now? I saw that one comment. Elaine, go ahead. No, I was going to say, Elaine said it about sitting on the recliner. I don't allow myself to look at shopping sites while I'm sitting down. I can only scroll Instagram, and I try to avoid the ads. I don't go to Amazon. I don't go to Target, because that was a habit of mine too. Like, I would just scroll the shopping sites while I'm sitting down watching holiday movies. And so I've tried to limit what I'm doing and actually pay attention to the movie as opposed to shopping while I'm online.
Okay, so I have a list today. I know last year you sent it to blog. I have 10 simple ways to beat impulse buying. So I'm gonna we'll go through. Some of these are when you go to the store, but some of these apply. So if we have create a 30-day list. So if you have a want list, something that you're wanting, so like Black Friday is the season right now, and you have a want list, make it a 30-day list, put it on the refrigerator. You have to look at the list, and you will determine which of those you don't need by the time you wait for the end to buy it. So if things are on sale right now, you're getting them, like we're 30 days ahead of Christmas now. This is something we're going to get in the next 30 days. Like, look and see if it's an impulse, but it makes you look at it and you pass that impulse moment of just clicking and buying it. I don't know, 30 days might be long. A week would work for me, because I'll lose the impulse of it and be like, I don't need another sweatsuit. I don't need that at all. I got 17 sweatsuits right now. So like, do something that helps you see what it is you're trying to buy and see if it's actually fitting into the category, that it's an impulse, before you go all the way through and purchase it. So that was one of the tips. I'm not gonna go through all 10. I'm just gonna tell you guys a couple things that I think are good. Monitoring urges. Tamika just said, don't go to online retail sites, because the online shopping creates the strong urge to buy. So browsing online makes it way too easy to solve your impulse. So things click, things follow you around, they keep popping up, they will go on sale, they know when you get paid, they will come
Yeah,
back
they
up.
do.
So clear your cookies and your browser history often, unsubscribe, and stop the items from following you around. They're haunting you. So
They're
that's
worse than salespeople. They're worse than pushy salespeople. It's literally right there.
Yep. Yep. It says monitor urges. So keep notes so that you can tally every time you have the urge to buy something, and then see if it's going to like emotional spending. So it'll tie back to kind of those C's of spending. If
Okay.
we're having reasons that things are popping up, kind of figure out when the urge to buy is coming up. Is it when you're bored, sitting,
Mhm.
watching TV? Are you shopping for other people? Do you miss folks? I miss like seeing people. So then you just want to send them things, buy stuff, like try to see when your urges come up, if they tie to your C's of spending.
I do have the C's of spending on available for us to go over really quickly if we like.
Excellent.
Yeah.
While you're pulling that up, I'm gonna give a couple more. Calculate the value of what you're buying in life energy.
I like that.
So, yes, consider the hourly wage that it takes for you to buy what you're purchasing. And
Yes,
then,
how much work you gonna have to do before you buy that gift. Very
so then how many hours of your life do you have to give up to purchase that item? And then is it worth it? Because then your time becomes money.
Yes, yes, indeed. Those are all very, very good. I'm so, so happy that you are a guest tonight. And I think that we're all going to learn a whole bunch. Tamika, if you like, you want to hit these C's, or Janaya, just to give us
So,
a refresher.
well, you guys know the compensatory spending piece. I'll put these into holiday context because I'll tell you at least where they show up in my life. To make up for perceived weakness or insecurity, deficiencies in character or well-being. We haven't seen our families for the most part in at least 2 years. And so what some people may try to do is make up for not being able to see people with buying them gifts. And just know that all of us have not seen each other. And so let's all save each other some money. Let's do a family Zoom. Let's do something else as opposed to spending, because you can't really make up for the time. The only thing that's going to make it better is actually seeing your family and connecting with people. And so I would just encourage you to think about, or if there's a person, or if you have a child that you haven't seen, or, you know, whatever the thing is, if you feel guilty for being at the computer when you should have been with your kid, spend the time with them, because that will make up for, that's not going to make up for, buying a gift is not going to make up for your lack of presence. Conspicuous spending, at this point in life, all of us are in leggings and whatever we have on top. And so the urge to look good for other people or to project a certain economic status, prayerfully, I think COVID has level set some of that. Unless you're just getting fly from the neck up or the waist up, nobody's really paying attention at this point. And so I just encourage you to just take it off the table completely. And then confused spending, I think we talked a lot about that just now, is that, you know, you're just spending, but you're literally, it's so easy. It's so much easier to spend money now. You can buy things in Instagram. You can buy things in Facebook. You can, you know, tap your phone or tap your card and the money just mysteriously goes away. And so I would just encourage us to be more intentional about how we're spending our money. Be more intentional about who we're purchasing for and why we're purchasing the gift. Janai was, you know, mentioning the people that always kind of break the family rule. You feel guilty because they broke a rule.
Mm-hmm.
And that also goes back to your ability to receive. So I used to be like, so I would get a gift from someone random. Let's just say a random coworker says, "Hey, Tamika, Merry Christmas." And now I feel bad because someone gave me a gift that I didn't think enough to give them something. So now I'm starting to spend money and I got to buy the whole office gifts just because I felt guilty and wasn't able to receive. I think we have to check for ourselves, our ability, you know, self-worth. If you've poured into someone and did something for someone earlier this year and they think enough of what you did or who you've been to them to give back to you, just receive the gift. Because an afterthought gift is almost like no gift at all. Just say thank you. and receive it and move on with your life. And I'll also say, in terms of gift giving in general, think about the value of the gift that you're giving. So I used to be the gift card queen. Like when they came out with gift cards, I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. And then I realized, one, it's a waste of money because most people tend to lose them or not use them. Two, the store has already gotten their value the minute you buy the gift card. And so whatever the person buys with the gift card is really, it's almost like a double sale for the store. Because if they sold me the gift card for $25 and then that person goes in, they're either going to spend more than that 25 or they're going to purchase merchandise that's well below that $25 value. And so the store just wins twice. So I try to give cash or give consumables or give something that's going to be memorable. So the pictures, the photo album, or buy experiences. So like I've bought my nieces and nephews gift cards to the aquarium or to the zoo or something like that so that they can go do something and it's not adding to the pile of stuff in the house. So those are things to think about, especially when you are spending, because you are going to buy gifts.
I was gonna say, I have some ideas to add too, because you know, this is where my banker comes in, because I'm always like the bank gift. So if you are trying to kind of talk about D-Free and $1 Billion Challenge in your family, $1 Billion Challenge is a great gift because you guys could pool together like savings deposits for the kids and start their savings account and like do a family $1 Billion Challenge. The kids would have it in there. It's still a gift, but you're kind of gifting the awareness of money and savings. And you could keep the $1 Billion Challenge going. And as the adults in the family, you could gift for report cards, you could gift for, you know, family reunions, you could have things that you regularly gift into their savings, but then savings becomes like a family topic. And then you then slide in that the adults might be looking at $1 Billion Challenge on how they want to pay down their credit card debt and some other things in there. So you could do things like that where you're gifting financial discussions and financial ways to insert this when you have, especially when you have family that doesn't necessarily want to talk about those kind of things, but it's a way to get family involved.
Yes, Miss Aldridge, that's a wonderful gift for your older grandchildren as well. I saw you in the chat asking about gifts for your grandchildren. So that's a wonderful gift for your grandchildren as well.
And Joyce, I love your suggestion asking, is this purchase worth deferring my dream of X? And that is so true because everything we spend now come January. So this is the thing. The marketers get you to spend all your money at the end of the year. And then they come back to you at the top of the year and they're like, new year, new you. Now you want to throw out your wardrobe. You want to redo your house. You want to go lose weight. So they're just getting you to spend all year long. After you just got all this stuff, you got cookies, you had cake, they gave you all the pie and the chicken and the turkey and all that at the end of the year and then tell you to go lose weight at the top of the year. But we're always going to be in a spending cycle. And I think, you know, one of the things that you can think about is either having the financial conversation. I know we were going to talk about like credit tips and stuff like that. And Janiyah, that's a great point around $1 Billion Challenge and really starting that conversation. And if you don't want to be the Debbie Downer, give the D-Free Motivations book. Like I'm not a salesperson for Dr. Stories, but that's a good way to introduce the conversation more in a devotional setting versus a, you know, get yourself out of debt, you know, by the end of the year. Like you don't want to send a real hard message. But the motivations books, the meditations books could be really good. Invite your family to one of the Monday Night Lives or invite them to a webinar and say, maybe this is something we can do as a family. I'm not trying to give a D-Free commercial, but the reality is those are really low cost things that if you sent a family email, my gift to you is financial freedom. And it's like a link to, I might have to write this myself, a link to $1 Billion Challenge, one to the Academy, one to the webinars. It really is the gift that keeps on giving. And it's a way to show your family what you've been a part of and also illustrate to them why you're not buying 50,000 gift cards to Target for December 25th, because it just doesn't make sense. None of us need anything more than what we already have. And I think the time with family is significantly more valuable than buying gifts and doing those kind of things anyway. And our gifts should have meaning and purpose and intention, but they should also bring joy. So I'll also say this, if you don't know what to buy someone, 9 times out of 10 is because they don't need anything or you maybe don't know them well enough. You don't know. So you can either take them off your list or get them something that they will actually use and appreciate. Like you don't need to be so Walgreens is notorious for having like those little gift boxes of like random body stuff. Y'all, that stuff makes us itch. Don't buy nobody that kind of stuff. Just leave it on the shelf. Those little I hate to call them meaningless gifts, but they're there for a reason. They're there to just get you to spend money. Nobody's ever gonna open the hot cocoa that comes in the mug with the pretzel stick hanging out. How many times have you eaten that? Somebody gave you a gift back. How many times have you just thrown that in? You're not going to use it. So don't gift that to other people as well. Just let it go.
Mhm.
Oh, clearing your browser. Clear your cookies. Janiyah said that. Go to the history on your browsers. So when you're in the internet, go to like your settings or whatever it is, and then go to history, clear your history, clear your cookies, and clear your cache. CACHE is what it's called. CACHE is what you're clearing. Now just be careful, because if you're like me and don't remember your passwords, there should be an option that'll allow the computer to save your password still, but delete everything else, because I'm horrible with saving all my passwords.
I'm so glad
I
you
was gonna
mentioned
say, if
that,
all,
Barbara. Oh, go
I was gonna
ahead.
say, if all else fails, Google.
Yeah.
Google how to clear all of the stuff on your Mac or your PC, or Google, or which browser you use, or Firefox or Safari. If they have any kind of, just Google the instructions and it'll walk you right through and you can clear all those things.
We got 2 points that were made. First of all, Arbor Cooper, this goes across every sorority, and I see quite a few sororities represented here tonight. Yes, participating in Secret Soror will cause you to have spend a lot of money throughout the year. So I thank you for that. It does not mean that you're less of a member if you do not participate in Secret Soror. It's okay. It's still a secret. So yes, that's a wonderful way to save money. Janiyah, there was a question about opening store credit cards. You know, there's always promotionals when you walk in and how you can get these discounts. They would like to know what your take is on that and how to avoid the temptation, especially when you get to the register. They say you can save, 25% if you buy it now and put it on your store credit card.
Okay. So I've said this 1,000 times, and I know Dr. Soares tells me and Tamika we need to get to 2.0 D-free, but all of the sales discounts, points, free shipping, everything that is designed to get you to spend is designed to get you to spend. So everything, if you are not already a disciplined, extremely disciplined person with your credit budgets, all of those, and you kind of struggle with keeping that all together, that little 10%, 15%, 25% is designed to get you to continue to spend. It is not designed to help you save money. So if you are already one of those people that I pay all my bills on my credit card so I could get my points, and then I pay it off every month, and you're that disciplined, that 10% might save you, because you probably are already in Consumer Reports. You probably already know the best deal. You're already that kind of disciplined with your finances. And everybody can get there, but some by nature are a little bit more disciplined. All of the spending, everything to save you money is designed to get you to spend. And more behaviorally, we will spend more to get the 10%. We will spend more to get the free shipping. We will spend more to get the credit card. Now we can buy the dress that we just put back because it was outside of our budget and we just saved 10%. Behaviorally, they're designed to get you to spend more, not less.
Right. And just remember, we're checking our credit scores and our credit reports at the top of the year. You don't want 1,000,001 inquiries because you were at Macy's and then JCPenney's and then at Belk's and then at Express and then all these store credit cards that you're opening for that 10% off. What's the damage that it's going to do going into the top of the year? And do you really need that? Do you want the pressure of those bills showing up in January? I would say avoid charging at all costs. Like, this is a holiday. You should not be going into debt for a joyous occasion. I just believe that, in my heart and soul. Like, just spare yourself. If you've been disciplined all year long, don't let the holidays get you to swiping unnecessarily. because then you're gonna be the one left sad and depressed in January when everybody's talking about new year, new you, and you're like, oh, I'm back in debt again. I got to start all over. I don't want us to be there. I want us to come into next year either with a clean slate or a step ahead of where you were last year. One of the questions that I get a lot is, or actually I've seen emails come through, is that creditors are allowing you to like skip payments or like pause your payment for the holiday and then pick back up in January.
Yes.
Again, in most instances, that is just to get you to spend more money.
Mhm.
Don't pay us this month, just keep charging and we'll see you in January.
I'm so glad you brought that up because there's another wave going on and it keeps coming up in many of our webinars and even some of our workshops. This afterpay and things of that nature and all of these sites that'll allow you to break up. People think it's like layaway, but is it really like layaway? I mean, you get the product right away, but tell me, ladies, what do you think about afterpay and things of that nature?
My opinion is this. It goes back to discipline. Unlike layaway, you get the product right away, as opposed to having to be disciplined to pay for it before you get it. So it's not like layaway in that sense, because layaway, you had to be disciplined in 30 days or however long they gave you. What you're really doing is just racking up a bill that is going to go into at least the next 6 weeks of your life. And then they do allow you to extend it. But if you think about it, if every day of holiday shopping, you did afterpay, you will be paying for Christmas probably through March. Because every time you purchase this purchase now, make a payment now, and then the rest of your payments are stretched out anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks in some instances. And I could honestly see them doing extensions at the top of the year just because they encourage you to keep spending. You're just racking up a bill, and then you have unexpected charges coming out of your account. It's too easy to use. And because they're not doing hard credit pulls, it doesn't feel like it's credit. But then a lot of people are attaching their credit cards to that. So if you're using a credit card to use Afterpay, you're now creating a bill with Afterpay and a bill with your credit card that you're going to have to pay. It's just really extending the credit window. And I don't think it's safe if you're not disciplined enough to use it.
The other thing, I've been trying to keep up with like statistics and stuff, and I think I'm seeing that like predictions of this is kind of the next big kind of issue. You're signing up on your pay periods to bill. And so they will either attach to, like Tamika said, to credit cards, or they attach right to your debit card. And we'll do these every 2-week draws, like with your pay periods. And so the other thing, there's no credit, I guess, capability, right? So a credit card will check and see, oh, you're overextended. Oh, you already have maxed out credit cards. Because this is directly attaching to your accounts or pay periods, and it's not seeing that you might have already 10 of them lined up, you're gonna have these hit. And it's looking like people, it's feeding the spending machine. And if you pause and just think, why would they make this easy for me? Why? They're like, this is 0%. Why would they offer this? Why is every retailer offering this? What is the benefit for them if they're not making interest? It is because you're going to buy more. You're going to keep spending. That's the benefit for them. Their revenue goes up without having to charge interest, because now you're in a position of buying more because you're just deferring and spending money that you don't maybe necessarily have right now.
And you can spend $40 for a $200 purchase, and the $40 doesn't hurt, but you don't realize you've already spent $200, and you can go back to most of those sites. So you might spend $40 today and then another $50 tomorrow. Oh, this is only $12.99 today. And then you have this trail of things that you're owing for, that you're owing well out into the future.
That's right. And I did see, thank you for examining that, because people have been on board with that and getting excited about it. I saw a lot of it at a couple of these conventions that came up. And so thank you very, very much. And I did see Arba in the chat. You know, we want to invite you on to go ahead and share your D-Free testimony along with a surprise guest that's coming in.
Okay. Well, just real quickly, because I just thought about this when you're talking about this whatever we were just talking about, the
Afterpay.
pay traps, yeah,
Afterpay.
Afterpay. So I know that God is gives us blessings so that we can be a blessing to others. And my testimony about how I just see things so differently now with D-Free, that we have rental property, and but we don't give appliances to our tenants. So one of our tenants needed a new refrigerator, and she contacted my husband to, to pick up the refrigerator. And, we asked, well, where is she getting it? And she said, Rent-A-Center. And I mean, like, I just went, I was like, oh my God. I said, how much are you paying? And she's like, only $35 a week.
For the
And
rest of
and
life.
and then I was like, no. And so we just said, listen, we will buy a refrigerator, and you can just add on the payments to your rent. We're not going to charge you interest. We'll give you, a year to pay it off. And she just couldn't believe it. And I just told her, I said, no. And I specifically said, I've been taking these D-Free classes and these D-Free webinars, and I've learned about them Rent-A-Centers, and it's just, and my husband was totally in agreement, because, I've been telling him everything about it. So I just wanted to let you know that it has really changed my life and allowing me to change other people's lives.
Oh,
That is a blessing. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. And I'm glad you were willing to step in. That's grace. Because a lot of other people, a lot of, renters and, things like that, landlords would not be willing to extend that. But that's grace. And you were able to give her the education on it as well. And I
I got a lot more to teach her though, but anyway.
Give her the book for Christmas.
I was
Hey,
just
Dr.
gonna say, we
Soares.
invite her
Hey.
in.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Yeah, well, you had an action-packed weekend.
Can you imagine somebody tells you, here, take this coat now, and you can pay for it in 6 months. And then what happens is, if you're 1 day late, they charge you exorbitant interest because you didn't read the small print.
Mm-hmm.
Now, layaway is when you pay first
And then you get it. Yep.
you own later. But pay later is when you own now and pay later.
Well, you don't own, they own you, because you really don't own the property. Well, they don't really care about the thing itself. They just care about you being able to pay money to them.
So, I listened to what you all were saying about discipline. A lot of people think being a disciplined credit card user means paying your credit card bill every month. But from a D-Free perspective, I've decided to redefine what disciplined credit card user means. That means you paid off within 3 days. Within 3 days.
Yep.
I use credit cards almost every day, but I pay them off tomorrow. If I use a card today, I pay it off tomorrow. And I only use cards that give me money back. I told you all before.
Yep.
Right.
No, that's right. I said earlier in the comments, if you're buying something or charging something and you need that 10% off that they're giving you at the register, or you need that extra discount, that means you probably couldn't afford it to begin with. And so you shouldn't be buying it. And within 3 days means there's no interest. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go calculating when your bill is due or when they're going to drop the hammer. If you can't do it in 3 days, that means you can't afford it.
That's exactly right. But to your point, Tamika, we did have a busy weekend. I want to thank everybody for their help. We had 3,000 people register. We had numerous people engage with a lender for real estate investing, to engage with the D-Free Online Academy, and people signed up right on the spot for the academy. We had hundreds of people access the resources of the FinFest, and it was hard because we've never done it before. But we're trying to achieve results we never had before by doing things we've never done before. So thanks to the whole D-Free community. What we're going to do this Wednesday on the webinar is we're going to do a recap, a verbal recap, and make sure we tie up all loose ends, because there were some people who missed the resource that we were offering. So we want to wrap that up. And then we're going to show a snippet of the Yandy Smith interview, because some of the interview didn't air. Some of these interviews were so long that they couldn't put the whole thing on because these celebrities that we talked to, Master P, Andy Smith, Jennifer Williams, they talked longer than we asked them to. We asked them to do 10-minute interviews. CeCe Winans went on for 28 minutes. So we had, we had to cut some of what they said. So we're going to kind of push that out and get ready for December. And in December, our webinars will bring back some of the Ask the Expert webinars that were heavily subscribed to, but a lot of people wanted to see it again or share it with other people. So we have a busy December coming up, but the FinFest was very successful and our partners were just blown away by the engagement that people had with all of the experts.
Yes, and you forget that you actually were celebrated by First Baptist. So congratulations to you for being finished. I laughed at your Instagram response. You're like, it is finished. It is
Finished. It is finished.
Congratulations and thank you.
Yeah, it made it. It's really, I told them yesterday, it's really weird walking into the church and not being in charge, but the church gave me a great send off and I couldn't be more grateful. Thursday night, they had a concert downtown with Fred Hammond. Friday night, we had a one-night revival with my friend, Pastor Waller from Philadelphia. By the way, folks, Pastor Waller would like to have a D-Free event at Enon in Philadelphia. And he has asked me to meet with him to figure out how we can do that next year. And then Saturday, the whole church was invited to join us at the FinFest. And Sunday, we had Pastor Watley from Atlanta who preached, and Tremaine Hawkins came and sang, and they gave me the official title, Pastor Emeritus. I didn't want any title, but my wife wanted me to have a title. The church wanted me to have a title. So I made them give her a title too. So I'm Emeritus and she's Emerita. And I called one of the brothers from the church today who was having trouble with his leg. And when he picked up the phone, he said, "Hey, Emeritus."
I love it.
He thinks that's a name, but it was wonderful. The church is strong, and it was a good feeling to know that the church is in good hands. The church is moving forward, and they were kind enough to show me their love after 30 years of tolerating me. So it was great. Did you watch online, Tamika?
I told them Sesame Street was my church yesterday. Aaron dictated my watching, but I have the replay is still up on the website.
Yeah.
I caught snippets on social though.
Yeah, it was great. And it had an African flavor to it. So it was almost like going back to Ghana when they had the installment for me to become a chief. So it was African, it was African-American, it was Baptist, and it was gospel. So it was good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, thank you. Janiyah is working on the schedule for next year when we're going to reach out to people for our 10th anniversary celebration for the foundation. We're going to celebrate Financial Literacy Month. I'm trying to do this without looking at my notes, Janiyah. We're going to have our mid-year leadership conference, and we've gotten a couple of offers for venues for that. And we're going to do Giving Tuesday next year this time and something else, but Janiyah is busy working on helping us with our sustainability as an organization.
Yes.
Where'd you go? Janiyah, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Oh, what did I miss? Janiyah?
I was gonna say, where you helped me, I can announce that two things are gonna be coming next as far as D-Free Foundation. Giving Tuesday is November 30th this year. So we're going to have Giving Tuesday and announce the opening of our gala. So January 27th, you guys are actually getting the date before we officially really announce it. January 27th is our Legacy Gala. And we're going to highlight not only some of the work that we've done, share opening and donating tickets, celebrating our graduates, but we're also going to start to share the connection between Wall Street and Main Street. And so
Yeah.
this is something Dr. Soares and Tamika have been working on. We're going to bring it to fruition and start to connect the great work that's on Wall Street that's actually benefiting our local communities. And so we're going to highlight some community banks this year. And so we got a fun gala plan January 27th. So you'll start to see that when we announce Giving Tuesday. But November 30th is Giving Tuesday, and January 27th is our gala.
And I'll tell you this, if we get enough interest from out of state, the gate is going to be in New Jersey. And it's going to be in New Jersey because we had another event planned and COVID forced us to cancel it, but the venue wouldn't let us cancel completely. And so we just changed the date. But if we get enough interest from out of state, if you want to come from out of state to the gala, we will add a seminar on that Friday, which is the 28th of January, and do some training and some other kinds of D-free activities live. Not everybody's traveling. I just started traveling myself very recently. By January, hopefully more of us will be traveling. And so if you're looking for a cold place to go at the end of January, you could join us at the D-Free Gala. This will be our very first gala. And if you need more information, just shoot Janiyah an email and she will be happy to respond and get you involved.
Yep. So I just dropped in the chat. If you guys have any last minute holiday questions or needs, I want you guys to be safe, to enjoy your families over Thanksgiving, and to protect your wallets, protect your credit card, your debit card, your bank accounts. Don't go wild on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, because also I will say this, Small Business Saturday will tug at your heartstrings, something serious. You want to support everybody. You want to buy sister so-and-so's candles. Y'all can buy mine, but y'all want to buy everybody's candles and tote bags and cookies.
Open, yeah.
The budget is the same,
Mhm.
same budget.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just stopped by to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, but go black on Black Friday. You know, go black. To go black means to be in the black. To be in the black means to have more assets than you have liabilities, to own more than you owe. So we want people to go black on Black Friday. Don't go red. To go red means you go deeper in debt. To go black means that you have less debt. Every dollar of debt that you pay off or avoid is a dollar of wealth that you create. So God bless y'all. Thank you, Reverend Sutton, for your help.
God bless you.
You have a great Thanksgiving, you and your family. All three of you have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
What about me?
Right, before we shut down, I just want to share one last thing with you all, and that is coming up on December 7th. December 7th, we are going to be doing a training. So if you're interested in sharing D-Free with your church or community, come. We're going to do an informational workshop, and we invite you all to come. You can register at dfreefoundation.org. That's on December 7th. Arbor, this is a wonderful place for you to share with your tenant. Anybody else who's interested, it's a free informational gathering just to learn more about the curriculum and how to share it. Sometimes we run into stumbling blocks, and so we want to make sure that we invite you all to do that. And as always, we have our few reminders. We want to make sure that you contact us. And here's our phone number, engagement@MyDFree, about any of the things you may have heard tonight, to get more information from Tamika and Janiyah, or to find out more about the gala or any of those things. Feel free to reach out to us and more about the curriculum. Again, we thank all of you for coming, and we look forward to having a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much to our special guests, Tamika N. Stembridge, Esquire, and Janiyah L. Lake. It's so good to see you in the building. And we thank God for Dr. Soares always. And we thank God for all of you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Mm.